Hello there, grade 8 learners. Congrats to all of us. We passed the tough year and came to the new year, 2022. In this new year, let us adjust our moods to start this year's study. Welcome again to our English lesson. Will there be a lot of example, learning, and more practice along the way? I will accompany you to this lesson. And this is Sir Wu. Let's just start. Did you find that some propaganda devices are used in the promotion of the product? Here are some sentences. Please read the sentences and choose true or false. You have 5 seconds to think about it. Are you ready to show your answers? What's your answers now, class? It's time to show the correct answer. Who among you got it right? Well, congratulations. Here is another sentence. Take a look at this one. 5 seconds start. Show me your answers. Awesome, you got it right. Here is the answer. Let's move on another sentence. 5 seconds to think about it. Here is the answer. Do you got it right? Okay. We still have last sentence. 5 seconds to think about it. Here is the answer. Did you got all correct? I hope so. This lesson encourages you to become familiar with the various propaganda devices in preparation for future use. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to recognize the use of different propaganda devices that we come across daily. Analyze the various forms of propaganda devices available in a given situation. Use different propaganda techniques for the promotion of local products. Our topic is the use of propaganda devices. So what is propaganda? Propaganda is a type of communication in which only one side of an argument is presented to influence the attitude of a community toward a cause or position. Propaganda is typically repeated and disseminated through various media to achieve the desired result in audience attitudes. Its purpose is to persuade us to accept or approve something without carefully examining the evidence. There are 7 most common types of propaganda devices. We will learn them one by one. First one, glittering generalities. A glittering generality is a vague word or phrase used to elicit positive emotions rather than convey information. These phrases are also referred to as glowing generalities, empty vessels, virtual words, or loaded phrases. It has been described as reverse name calling. In advertisement for Virtuous, a hair product, the phrase "stand out with your shiny, beautiful hair" Virtuous was used to attract potential customers who desired to have shiny and beautiful hair. Second one is plain fox. The plain fox appeal is the use of ordinary people to promote or product or service. The goal is to demonstrate that the product or service is appealing to and valuable to everyone. The example of plain fox is Dove's advertisement, because it used ordinary people in their advertisement. They stated, "None of these women are hair models. After all, you aren't either." Third one is a testimonial. When a famous person or celebrity endorses a particular point of view, they are testifying the ideal or product. This is a powerful propaganda technique that frequently works wonders in influencing an audience. Companies use the testimonial propaganda to effectively endorse their products. It is a very popular and clever tactic. Here's an example. May Mendoza and Eldon Richard, also known as L-Double, promote McDonald's new chicken fillet. Name calling. When governments, individuals, or the media use complimentary or derogatory words to describe another person or group, this is known as name-calling propaganda. The goal is to subtly manipulate or influence public opinion to generate conformity with the opinions of those who create the propaganda. The example is Burger King. The advertisement in Burger King, wherein it compares the size of Big Mac of McDonald's to their Whopper. Fifth, Wagon. Influencing people by demonstrating how everyone uses the same product or adheres to the same ideology. This encourages others to take the same action. This technique persuades the listener that if everyone else is doing something, he or she should as well, or risk being left out. In literature, a bandwagon is used to persuade the reader to agree with the writer's argument. In a soft drink advertisement, they stated the drink that everybody knows, Coca-Cola. Sixth one, transfer propaganda is a technique for the projecting positive or negative values onto a person, concept, or image. In some cases, the propaganda element is implied by traditional values such as nationalism rather than by contemporary values. But in most cases, the intonation is to assign a value to the object or person in question. This is an attempt to shift your approval from something you respect and approve of to something that the propaganda wants you to approve of. Manny Pacquiao treats extremely hard for his fight, but he experiences pain during every session, so he takes Allicin FR to relieve the pain. The last one is card stacking. Card stacking is such a common propaganda technique that we may not always notice. Its presence in a commercial, primarily card stacking refers to staking the deck in a favor or the product. Advertisers emphasize positive qualities while ignoring negative. For example, if a snack food bread is high in sugar and calories, the commercial may claim that the product is low in fat, implying that it is also low in calories. Card stacking is such a common rational propaganda technique that it only provides us with a portion of the picture. Card stacking is demonstrated in a Pizza Hut advertisement. According to the advertisement, the pizza provides 50% more with free 50% more meat and free 50% more cheese. However, the statistics are not verifiable. Customers will not be able to tell if the pizza has 50% more cheese or meat. As a result, the advertisement is a card stacking. Because it advertises its product using misleading or unprovable statistics. Okay, since you have already understood our lesson, let us answer activity first. This activity called What Propaganda Devices Am I? You need to recognize the different forms of propaganda devices. Depicted in the photos, write your answer in the notebook. You have 1 minute to do this. For the number 1, the answer is card stacking, because it only provides us with a portion of the picture. Second is name calling, because this advertise user compression. Third one is bad wagon, because the title said over 99 billion they surveyed. It implies you should also try it. Number 4, glittering generalities, because this advertise is used to evoke positive emotions, not to convey a message. Last one is testimonial, because there has a celebrity in this advertisement. Did you get all the correct answers? If it is, give yourself a round of applause. If not, don't worry, there is another activity. You may try it again. Activity 2. What's my name? Write the propaganda technique each sentence defines. Write your answer in your notebook. You have 1 minute to do this activity. Here is the answer. Please check it. Before we go to the next part, let's have a short recap of our lesson and objectives. Propaganda is a type of communication. Propaganda is typically repeated and disseminated through various media to achieve the desired results in audience attitudes. Glittering generality is a vague word or phrase used to elicit positive emotions rather than convey information. The plain folks appeal is the use of ordinary people to promote a product or service. Companies use testimonial propaganda, famous person or celebrity, to effectively endorse their products. The goal of name-calling is to subtly manipulate or influence public opinion to generate conformity with the opinions of those who create the propaganda. But Wagon. This technique persuades the listener that if everyone else is doing something, he or she should as well, or risk being left out. Transfer propaganda is a technique for projecting positive or negatively values on a person, concept, or image. Advertisers use card stacking to emphasize positive qualities and ignore negative ones. Lesson objectives. Recognize the use of different propaganda devices that we come across daily. Analyze the various forms of propaganda devices available in the given situation. Use different propaganda techniques for the promotion of local products. I think these objects we have reached. For your assignment, you need to think of everything you buy or use a regular basis. Choose one of your favorite things. Explain why in 5 sentences. Cite the propaganda devices it employed and explain why you believe they were successful. This is all for now. This is Sir Wu. See you again in our next English lesson. Bye.